All right, not really a new projection yet, but we have Jan-Jan Joubert with us to recap on the last projection we made. Let's just quickly recap on the Nelson Mandela Bay projection.
Yes, the Nelson Mandela Bay projection, a fascinating one, because quite frankly, both the two large parties, both the bulls in the fight went backward. Both the ANC and the Democratic Alliance fared worse than they did in 2016. The Democratic Alliance at the moment at about 43% we project in the end when all the votes are counted, and the ANC on 39%. The smaller parties, the EFF, hovering around 10%, I think. Is it right?
I think it was about 6%.
6% is right. Sorry.
If we can bring that up.
6% is correct. Yeah. Sorry. Apologies, EFF. Get down into your chairs, stop cheering. 6%. And we have the Freedom Front on 1% in that metro. What that means is that a lot of small parties are going to be making a lot of deals there. And we're looking especially at parties like the Patriotic Alliance and also other ones coming in. So that was our last projection. We are working on the next one. Yeah. And we are not about to tell you which one it is, but it's coming on.
Take your time. We love what you are doing. Jan-Jan, just for clarity, because a projection, just explain what it is, what you guys have been doing. Sure. And I think we always have to re-emphasize what it is.
Because a projection is not just a thumb suck or something that we feel, and it's not a prediction either. A projection is a mathematical system which was built by our scientists and our statisticians, and what they did was take each voting district of the 23,000 in the country, look at its history, look at its size, look at the changes that have taken place, and look at which party won, which party went down, and then project a result, which would be a mathematical exercise where we say if the result at this point is what it is, then that will be the final result. We can project the final result from the current result through a scientific method, which has been working, I must tell you, like clockwork.
Yeah, in fact, one of the things that impressed me before we move on to Limpopo is the ability to do that projection just after about 10 or 11% of the counting having been completed. That's some serious confidence right there.
Not really. It's some serious testing. We've done hundreds and hundreds of dry runs on it over the last 5 years. We tested it the first time in the last general election, and it worked. We kept quiet about it, and then we came and surprised people with it. But it works well, and at this stage it's holding. At this stage our model is holding perfectly.
Yeah, because your isiZulu is that good, I know that you'll understand when I say and now we suddenly the stick emerges. Right, let's go to Limpopo, Jan-Jan.
Yes.
It's one of those interesting is an understatement. It's one of those contests to watch.
Exactly. So Municipal is a municipality sort of to the south center of the province. It consists of Municipal, Mokgopong, and it goes all the way up through the Waterberg to Valwater. And it is one of only 2 municipalities, the other one being Tabazimbi in the same province, where the cooperative government agreements entered into in 2016 lasted right straight through. So there you have the Democratic Alliance, the EFF, and the Freedom Front Plus working together in both those municipalities. Municipal, the one to watch, the most likely to persevere in that regard, perhaps the one in which the ANC is the weakest.
Yeah, so, but at the moment, it seems the ANC, and I don't know, the IEC website is not showing how much has been counted. The ANC is still leading. So you're saying that picture could evolve and could.
No, they led in the previous council as well, but the other 3 together were more than they. So we'll have to see how it pans out. The problem in Limpopo is that the counting is dreadfully slow. Polokwane, for instance, the provincial capital, has only counted 6% so far. The country is at over a quarter. Polokwane is at 6%. What we are seeing is that the EFF is taking wards off the ANC in Polokwane, but perhaps not enough to govern the city at the moment. Also, the results are too few to make a final extrapolation.
Oh, Yeah, so that will be interesting because the other one will be that ward in Seshego, Julius Malema's ward in Seshego.
Well, the ward in which Julius Malema lives. Yes, that one. You will recall him taking a swipe at the former President Zuma in 2016.
Yes.
When he said it was nice to live in a ward where your party was in control. Isn't it, Mr. President?
Yes.
Because Nkandla, of course...
Being rejected in your own ward is
quite right. You remember it well.
Else.
Yes, quite.
Let's talk now Koffiefontein. And
yes.
That's in the Free State.
Yes,
I was having a conversation earlier on with Wayne about Koffiefontein. I've never been, but he had a nice description of what the town entrance looks like.
Yes,
have you been there?
I have been there. It's next to or very close to the Orange River. And as you get in, there's a coffee pot, an actual metal coffee pot, a huge one. As you come in on the road from Bloemfontein, from Mangaung, you see this coffee pot, and that is the claim to fame. The Letsemeng municipality is based there. It also includes the towns of Lukhof and Jacobsdal, so lots of irrigation farming. Jacobsdal is the area where Mr. Mosiwa Lekota at some point had a farm. You might remember it came up when he was Minister of Defence.
Yeah, so it seems then something almost as good as coffee is brewing for the ANC in that municipality.
It's looking very good for them in Letsemeng. So here is the result for Letsemeng. It has 13 members in the council. The African National Congress has won 9 of the seats. Democratic Alliance has won 2. The EFF 1. The Freedom Front plus 1. That means the ANC has gone up by 1 seat. They were on 8, they are on 9. The Democratic Alliance has remained stagnant or the same at 2 seats. So has the EFF, and the other party to gain a seat is the Freedom Front Plus. They were on 0, they're now on 1. So that is the situation. Letsemeng municipality in the Southern Free State.
All right, Jan-Jan, thank you. I'll talk to you a bit later on, hopefully, with the next projection. No pressure.
We are working on it.
Jan-Jan Joubert there from the data desk here at eNCA. They are crunching the numbers and bringing you those tidbits about interesting contests that are playing themselves out across the country.